Now it has that up there, the little dot in the microphone.
Dot. Now you've had a cootie shot.
No, that's okay.
So you wanted to do a quick overview of what we did with the internet. We now have from mobilemustHave.com. We bought the Ultimate Road Warrior package with the Husky Parsec 7-in-1 antenna, meaning it has 7 antenna wires coming down inside the coach from up top. There are 4 cellular, 2 Wi-Fi, and 1 GPS antenna lead. And that will, so far, it's given us better coverage. I think the antenna is picking up better than the little 1 antenna we had up there before. 1 stalk, and it was kind of Wi-Fi for the park.
Right.
Which the new one has 2 Wi-Fi for parks. We had the Wi-Fi, the WeBoost cellular booster, which, for those who are not familiar with that, in a metal coach such as this, it blocks a lot of signal. It blocks most of your signal strength, and the only place you can get it is kind of through the windows, unless you're have an outside antenna. So that's what we've done. I've upgraded the outside antenna to a much stronger antenna that really gets you a lot more signal strength, and we don't have to have the what did we have before? We had the hotspot,
The AT&T hotspot.
With the router was through
Wi-Fi Ranger.
Wi-Fi Ranger.
Yeah.
Good unit.
Good support.
Good support. Maybe outdated compared to what we have now.
Well, how many years did we have it? 4? Did we decide?
Like 6.
6 years. And something that I used to tell people when I was in technology working, similarly to how a dog's year is human years times 7, I would tell people that technology is more like human years times 10. So when you have something that's 6 years old, that's like it being 60 years old because it moves so quickly.
Well, even Apple says if it's 7 years old, it's outdated. It's obsolete. So
yeah, and Wi-Fi Ranger, I was content. I was fine with it. Again, the support was really good. When I did need to call, they would always tell me who their name was. They were here in America. And if I ever needed to call back, I could ask for that same person. So I built a relationship with that person who was helping me, which I like a lot.
And they do have newer units. I just
want to try something new.
I went with something supposedly
or different,
more robust. The router we have now is the same router they install in city buses, police cars, ambulances, fire engines. It's the same unit, and you can just get all sorts of different antennas. So it's just more robust, I think. I won't say it's better. It's just supposed to be more robust, and it's more updatable, I think, for future. You just can kind of download it and the new software or firmware, and it works better. We did that once with the Wi-Fi Ranger.
Well, okay, I did the firmware quite a bit, really. But yeah, and plus this way we do have the 2 cards, cellular cards, whereas before we just had AT&T.
And we can go up to 4 different providers.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Or we can plug in a Starlink to it if we ever chose to do that. And there might be instances where that's beneficial, but we're going to give this a shot for the next couple of years and see how that works.
Yeah.
Okay, see what I sawed off. You saw what I sawed off, right?
No.
This thing right here, like right there, and that's what held the other antenna up. I'm not taking this all the way off. It creates 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 holes in the roof. So I'm just going to bring the cables out around. under here and up to here to right there, like so.
It moves.
Okay, you asked what's the difference from what we have now versus what we had.
Yes.
We have, this was the old, I know that, but we have the old Wi-Fi Ranger with indoor router, outdoor router, single antenna. We had the ATT hotspot, which connected, had this outdoor antenna from WeBoost connected into this to boost the signal for this.
Wait, I didn't see for this. Okay, for that.
Yeah, that was connected into this. That's trying to boost the signal. On a metal bus, you have a lot of signal loss coming through the metal. You needed to be right next to a window, and I could have maybe done a different antenna in a window, but I didn't like the way they looked. So then we had this inside antenna that supposedly would help you with signal strength, but I never saw any great gain through that.
I didn't either.
Okay. So that's what we had, versus, if you follow me up to the front, I'll show you what we have now. We have one router that I just hooked or put the heat sink on. That router on the back side has 7 plugs on it. You have 4 cellular, 2 Wi-Fi, and 1 GPS antenna coming into this unit. And we have 2 cards in it. We have an AT&T and we have a T-Mobile. That'll get us coverage pretty well everywhere. But the outside antenna that's on the roof now, I bought the one that's magnetic mount, which magnetic won't stick to the aluminum roof, so I glued, that's the 4 little round discs that you saw me cut. I glued those to the roof so the magnet holds it down, and it's strong. It's not going anywhere.
Cool.
So that's basically our indoor deal, and it's broadcasting throughout the whole bus and outside. And I think you're going to put a extender in the back.
Possibly if I need it.
Okay.
Yeah, I brought them. They're just little AC plug-in extenders.
But so that's the current unit. Very simple once you put it in. Very easy mount.
And then to make it look a little cleaner, put the back wall back on after we realize that's how we want it. So it covers up those.
Correct.
Cables.
We can do that.
Like so it looks neat like that.
So
up there.
correct. We have the back wall, but that's the power switch for this. So it's harder to get to it if we want to shut it off for any reason.
Maybe we can cut a little notch.
We could cut something, or I could remount that power strip somewhere different, but that's what I've done. I mean, we rarely open this cabinet anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So, a lot more equipment.
A lot more points of failure as well.
Correct. We had a lot of cabling. I mean, this other new antenna has 7 leads coming in, but I've got them all bundled down to basically one cable.
Mm-hmm.
So lot more issues. These were more towards the front of the bus, and they stuck up. The new antenna I've moved back about 7 feet from the front of the bus, right in the middle, so it's harder to see it, so it's more discreet. No, if you have any questions about what we have now, what we're using, feel free to ask. Leave a comment below. We do, the hardest part, like I said, was just, and that's more mental than anything else, and that's putting a hole through your roof, which we already had. We originally, this coach, back in the day, they would put spotlights up on them, and you had a little remote control, so if you arrive after dark, you could use a spotlight up and down, side to side, to help you park, I guess. But we never once turned it on, never used it. So there was a hole there already for the cabling for the spotlight and the mount. So all I did was make a little bit bigger plate, about a 4-inch square plate, and riveted it down, and that's my hole, and I sealed it, so I'm confident we won't have any leaks.
Yep.
Gail doesn't like leaks.
No.
But it is
I was going to say something, I forgot.
well, I think the park you gave a little review on over at Lake Tyler, where that was
the boulders.
It was terrible. Most people couldn't even get cell service, but since our antenna's outside, up on the roof, up 12 feet up in the air, we got a great signal, and we had service the whole time we were there. We could stream and watch TV. We could use our computers, so
no issues.
Yeah. So this system was a hair higher than I envisioned. Right now, their mobile must-have is running a great sale on for Christmas. The Black Fridays and stuff, they're running a great sale, and I think it's going to prove to be a great unit.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
So
if it's not, we'll do something different.
maybe put the old one back up.
That would be hard.
The 60-year-old in technology years unit. No, we won't do that.
She's talking about me.
Yeah, I'll get you out to the top.
And I'm a few.
He'll be standing on top of the bus holding something. So anyway, all right. And I know what I was going to say. We'll put links to different things in the description below as well, so you'll have that too. So, all right. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.